Dreamscape presents The Body in the Garden, a Lily Adler mystery, by Katharine Schellman. Narrated by Henrietta Meire. Chapter 1. London, 1815. The empty windows and still curtains were a lie, of course. Eyes watched from every nearby house as the carriage rolled to a stop in front of number 13, Half Moon Street. Residents, some of them, ladies and gentlemen who merited those titles to varying degrees, or the servants who were expected to report what they saw. The watchers narrowed their eyes as the carriage door opened and a woman descended. The carriage was a shabby piece of equipment, obviously hired, with postboys grubby from hard riding, so they knew she did not have enough money to keep her own stables. But the woman herself was the opposite of shabby. About 26, her coat and hat in the current fashion, and she had rented the house on Half Moon Street. If not the most expensive part of Mayfair, it was also not somewhere a woman frantically counting her pennies could live. The postboys, if anyone had asked them, would have added that she tipped very well. But when the curious watchers whispered their impressions to each other, or shared their judgments over supper, there would be one thing that stood out. She was dressed in lilac and grey, the colours of mourning no longer in its first stages. The woman held her hat against the April wind and eyed the house, keeping her expression carefully neutral. She had learned that lesson well in the last 2 years, and she had no intention of forgetting it now that she was back in London, where endless speculation could arise from the smallest smile or barest frown. She was the sort of person who could weather speculation or the curiosity of the neighbours when they eventually came calling. But at the moment, all she wanted was a few more hours of solitude, time to wonder again why she had agreed to come here, to remind herself that she had nowhere else to go. The woman took a deep breath, lifted her chin, and mounted the steps just as the butler opened the door. "I am Mrs. Lily Adler. I believe you are expecting me?" The butler bowed. "Mrs. Adler, welcome home." The house came mostly furnished, ma'am.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?